Where do I start? It's very emotional actually to bring people you know to my country where I was born and raised. We've been planning that trip now for quite a long time, and now we're there on the ferry, which is beautiful, absolutely stunning. Yeah, we can't wait to start the adventure. My name is Richard Bertinet. I come from Bath in UK. I run a cooking school, the Bertinet Kitchen there. I'm on a journey with 5 of my best friends to show them what Bretagne is all about. The gang, they're all great friends and people I trust with my life. Mitchell's got a beautiful restaurant, the Seahorse. The friendship we forged over the years has been unbelievable, so I had to have him there. Nieves, who's one of the best Spanish chefs there is, who's got 2 great restaurants in London. He's a real character, a very strong woman. Nathan Atlow, who's with a great friend, and the guy cooks with his heart. You know, he doesn't cook for Michelin, he cooks to please people. He had to come as well. Valentine Warner, who's been a friend with me for 25 years. That guy, the way he writes about food and the way he cooks, is phenomenal. And my great friend Stéphane, a fellow Breton from Quiberon also, is a great character. So I find like a brother with him. They're all excited about when we're all going to cook together. So it'll be a feast. All the way to Vannes and Quiberon when we get there. I want to be inspired by the ingredients and the culture we've got. If you go to Bretagne, it's Bretagne ferry for me. I see you on the beautiful ship here that we're on today. There's the excitement.
My dear friend Richard, are you ready for going back home?
I can't wait to show you. Yeah, you know Bretagne.
Yeah.
Have you been to Bretagne?
No.
Never's never been there. Nathan never been to that part.
I've been looking forward this trip so much.
It's very good of them to order the weather.
Beautiful sky, great friends, bring the food on.
Yeah,
Happy days.
Great.
Arriving in Saint-Malo, when the sun rises, you can't beat that.
So we've just arrived in Saint-Malo and we're just about to do a bit of a walk around.
You know, I'm from Bilbao. It's pretty much like that. I mean, this is very beautiful. The buildings here are stunning. But all this, it reminds me of the Basque coast. Oh, it's so beautiful and green. Bilbao is the same. It's giving me like an amazing vibe.
We're just about to go into a spice shop, very well known for going all over the world and choosing spices, and I love spices. It's going to be a nose safari.
So welcome to the house. You're in the Olivier Rollinger shop. Rollinger used to be a chef. Do you know how many spices we can find in the world?
800.
800? No, less again.
500?
Less again.
11.
12.
255.
Oh, 250.
It's fascinating, you think you know a lot, but actually by listening to the story of the guy who created this, it just inspires you to cook even more.
Yeah.
It does, it's got a very strong leathery smell.
Yeah.
We are kids, our eyes like Christmas. I want one of each in my kitchen
You've got
now.
4 kinds of pepper. You've got the green, the white, the black, and the red. This one smells mandarin, clementine.
Wow.
Yeah, that's mental.
I'm amazed.
That's good though.
And that's a camera.
Oh, Christ, that gets the note. Oh.
That's where they're sneezing from the pepper that comes from.
Pepper
right?
spray.
Yeah.
I bought some spices, but one of the things that I was fascinated by, pink pepper. I think pink pepper just crushed over a raw fish dish with olive oil and some citrus and some herbs is just truly wonderful, and these are really fragrant.
This morning we had the privilege to go and make some crepes, and lovely to learn. And actually, there's a real skill to making it.
It is a bit like making the bread, okay?
And the story of the buckwheat, I think everybody was quite mesmerized about it. So such a simple ingredient, but actually deliver a lot.
Roselle is the traditional tool for the creperies. In one time.
It's actually nothing like a pancake. It's like, obviously it looks like a crepe, but it's not. It's got the taste is completely different. And you get more character from the actual buckwheat. It's got a very unique toasted, wheaty flavour.
The buckwheat will show you when it's ready because the corner will rise a little bit. And I have some body butter to try with the galettes.
Thinking about my grandma, she used to make galette for us every week in the summer when we used to come on holidays. She was much better than me, but she had practice, so it was yummy.
It is in one case, that's
Look, it's an octopus.
No. I'm here since 2000.
We learned about all the variety of cider from Brittany, which is mind-boggling.
Tastes like caramel and butter, and that is insane.
Salted caramel. I'm loving rediscovering Brittany and all those flavors from childhood, and really good time with everybody. Now it's time for lunch.
Brittany and Cornwall are like both by the sea, blue water, sunshine all the time.
From start to finish, it was a beautiful day, and it's going to be a beautiful evening.
It's quite familiar to me, even though I've not been here before, because it's very similar to where I live.
I'm looking forward to some crab. These waters produce some amazing crab, spider crab. I always think shellfish expresses a flavour of the area.
They started the business a year and 7 months ago in partnership with a fisherman. The idea is to open a place that they couldn't find anywhere, use all the local shellfish. So their value is hospitality, learning.
My kids used to say, if they saw crab on the menu in a restaurant, they said, Dad, please don't have a crab, because I go through for hours and hours, pick everything in. Thank you. Do not give it to Val. Wow.
Where are we going?
Quiberon.
Quiberon?
Yeah.
Where's Quiberon? Hometown. Going home.
Going home. On a boat.
What's it like to be back in the homelands, Richard?
You see Quiberon in different ways. Usually I drive into it, but coming back on the sea, you recognize all the bits and pieces. The stone or something you remember, and just all the memory come back flooding. Weird, and I wish I had more time now. And going to La Belle-Îloise and with you guys, it just made me excited again.
Quiberon was such an important sardine port, and then seeing the history of it, there was lovely old boats, sailing boats catching it. And then the idea of all these canneries springing up on the harbour to can the catch, I thought was really amazing. And the fact that it's all done by hand, I thought that was the most incredible revelation. 5 years ago, I started a canning project in England, very much inspired by these guys. I used to buy, when I come to Saint-Malo, I would always buy their product. So it's a really, really lovely moment to be able to give this back to them.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Yvan, monsieur, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Que la baie de Quiberon ici, c'est le premier centre de reproduction mondial de l'huître plate.
Okay.
Donc elle naît ici et on l'élève ici.
I can't do it without cloth.
If we can.
I need to do it with a cloth.
Il faut mettre le moins d'énergie possible pour ouvrir une huître, c'est très facile.
So I learned how to open an oyster without a cloth. So you need to put your finger right on the top of the back of the oyster. You don't move the knife, you move your hands, et voilà.
Et voilà.
Et voilà. This is the way. I love you. You know, I love you, man.
I'm super excited because I love natives more than anything. This is a Brittany native. How delicious.
We're going to taste these beautiful oysters of La Touverne, and you tell me what you think. You never stop learning about oysters. It's nice to be back in the Morbihan.
I'm in heaven.
Very, very nice.
I just like sitting in a garden in sunshine and flowers around you and beautiful, lovely smells and gorgeous cider and people bringing you lovely oysters and food. It's heaven.
I remember I was a kid going to La Côte Sauvage, the wild coast in Quiberon, sitting on the rocks fishing for aiguillette, mackerel, sea bass. I can taste it, you know, the salt and the sea air.
This morning you did this until Port Maria. La Belle-Îloise is here. You will be leaving from here to here to this spot. You're not going back.
When I left for England, my last job was in here. That's my old boss Joel and his wife Anne. They were all young when I was there, and we're all grown up now, but it brings back so many memories to be back in here. End of the day, there's not much left, which is always a good sign. Wow. Yeah, well, come on. Joel was working here, my job was over there. Come on, look. No, wow. Same thing, same. Midnight, we came in here, park the car, have a quick coffee, and then bang, work until 12 o'clock. Yeah, my last job before England. So we're still friends. It's good.
We're going to a vineyard now?
Yeah. It's okay, yeah.
So we are just outside Van, and we are coming to see some vineyard. They only started growing the vine 5 years ago. It's a new business.
I've never associated this part of France with making wine. I was very sceptical as to how it was going to taste.
I need to go that way.
Nice and green. I quite like wines that are lovely and green. The seafood. It's fresh. I like it.
They're all created for seafood.
It was fresh and bright and clean, and it was just totally delicious, and it was a nice surprise. The vineyard was very beautiful, and then, you know, growing among all the vines there's lots of plants that you can pick and eat. There's something here called purple vetch. You can see it's got all these tendrils. It's obviously pea family, and sure enough, if you eat it, it tastes like kind of peas. I've always kind of dashed off to the south of France, and we've been taken on this trip, and all of it's been interesting. From painting bowls, I don't think about the world when I'm drawing, and I don't think about the world when I'm cooking, to learning about cider, and this is a kind of, you know, fecund land of, you know, really, really beautiful stuff. There's amazing shellfish, there's delicious butter, there's amazing baking. Tomorrow is going to be mayhem. We've got to cook for 25 people. So we'll go to the market. I think we'll all depart from whatever we have in mind anyway. I think it'll be really, really good fun.
We're off to find the fish for this lovely feast that we're going to be doing later on for all these lovely people.
So nice to work with a Breton flour from my boss. It means a lot. It smells unbelievable. Look at this beautiful thing.
That takes some real skill to catch that.
Okay.
You have to be very, very good fishing.
I was a seaman in the merchant navy before. Now I buy a fishing boat because I didn't want to be abroad far from my family anymore. And I also have my brewery and my restaurant 1 kilometer away from here.
You see, look at my fingers. That is a sign of how fresh it is.
Nathan, you take your time.
I had to catch them. An absolute monster.
My God.
He's probably one of the best bass I've ever seen. Yeah, beautiful. We're going to do some bass dishes, and then Valentine's going to do something with the bream.
Ah, Valentine, what have you got?
I just like the idea that if you keep your eyes out, there's a whole load of stuff growing down the coast. Things that the fish swim alongside, so to speak. So in here we've got Alexander's, which is a plant which is in the Angelica family. Some fennel, some wild pea, it up with butter and garlic and horseradish, another wild plant, Dijon mustard. And Nathan's going to open up my fish through the back, and then you put all this stuffing in, tie them up with string and cook them on the barbecue. Very simple stuff.
Like any bread, you need good dough. Make a lot of flat bread, finish with olive oil on top. That flour is fantastic. That's the one we got from the bakery yesterday, my old boss. Or a diamond. You never lose friends at that. You're friends forever. You got the job of doing all the fish?
Yeah.
Stitch up.
This is what it's all about. Produce is the inspiration for everything. You have good produce, you have good food.
Ça va, Nathan?
Ça va bien.
They put Brittany people on artichoke, I don't know why. I'm from Quiberon, I'm from this part of the world, and when you bring people to your home, you want everything to be perfect, and we had the perfect tour. The sun was there, everybody was happy.
Brilliant. Okay, I'm going to stuff a fish. Nathan, these are beautifully done, as always.
Bream's a very clean fish, so if you're stuffing it like Val's doing, it's a really good fish to do, good quality fish.
So I'm gonna make a fennel salad with a pear. They are super nice and ripe. Radishes, good olive oil, lemon juice, and a lot of fennel tops chopped on top.
I have been peeling white asparagus, cooking little velvet crabs, cooking cleaning mussels, and now I get the joy of stuffing these wonderful sea bass with lemon and rosemary, salt, garlic, wild fennel.
This is just absolute heaven.
Yeah. All ready to just blister over the fire, fantastic. You know, I've certainly been guilty of heading further south for the sun, and yet right on our doorstep is this wonderful paradise of amazing people, amazing beaches, amazing islands, this incredible food and markets in the street going on, this way of life that hasn't changed for forever. Pretty special. Put sugar and vinegar together, make it agrodolce.
I'm gonna make like a nice dressing with the beautiful strawberries that we saw. That's very unusual. You see, we already experiment. The sea bass was looking stunning. First time for me cooking in Brittany. It was fantastic. I wish I can get that in London, that fresh, you know.
Buckwheat butter. Let's do it.
This is a proper fish, eh?
Artichaut. Stand up.
When we first talked about it a few months ago, to organize a trip to Brittany, of course, I had to choose some friends to come with me, and I couldn't pick a best bunch of people to share the emotion and the food come with a cry. There's so much more to Brittany than just the sea. You know, there's so much more culture. I grew up on the street over there. As you get older, you start to understand that life goes quickly and you need to take time to do things that matter for you. You know, like this trip really matters for me. It's been emotional. Really. Loved it. Thank you. And going to places where they will mark your memory forever and you can share that with friends. There's no money that can buy that.